Sleep all day, party all night. Never grow old, never die. When a woman and her sons move to a California town, they discover the fun of vampire life in The Lost Boys, released July 31st, 1987, directed by the legendary Joel Schumacher, written by Jan Fischer and James Jeremias in their only notable work, as well as Jeffrey Boam, writer of The Dead Zone, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, and the creator of the Bruce Campbell classic, The Adventures of Briscoe County Jr., starring Jason Patric, Keifer Sutherland, Corey Feldman, Corey Haim in their first collaboration together, Alex Winter, Dianne Wiest, Jeremy Gertz, most of which went on to have very, very noteworthy careers. So David, Keifer Sutherland, and company, which includes Marco, played by Alex Winter, are just trolling people on a merry-go-round. A security guard breaks it up, and then he is taken off screen. Like, we see something, like, approaching him, and he's just picked up and taken away. And, like, it's a cool visual, but we don't know what it was. I mean, now we do, obviously. The movie's from 1987. But at the time, it's like, ooh, creepy. A family. Mother Lucy, Dianne Wiest, sons Mike, Jason Patric, and Sam, Corey Haim. They arrive in the murder capital of the world. Or so says the back of a billboard that somebody spray painted. It's like, okay. You know, they're moving in with Lucy's father, the kid's grandfather. And you would think that he'd maybe warn them of this. Be like, hey, this is the murder capital of the world. People are missing all over the place, as evidenced by missing person posters literally everywhere around this town and on the boardwalk. So you figured he'd be like, hey, don't come here. I know you're having a tough time, but you do not want to come here. Trust me. Apparently you don't love your daughter and your grandkids that much, dude. But anyway, yeah. Missing person posters everywhere, and another couple. They get the roof torn off their car in a very cool-ass visual, and then they are lifted away. And again, we don't see who it is. It's just an unseen entity, and it's creepy. The Frog Brothers, one played by Corey Feldman, Edgar, they try to convince Sam that vampires are real through a comic book. And apparently this same comic, signed by the cast, is on display in this very same comic shop to this day. The comic shop is in a different location, but it's apparently still there, and if you go, you can actually look at it. They let you take a picture with it. That's pretty cool. Mike sees Star, Jami Gertz, and immediately has a thing for her, and it's like, dude, I get it. But she's with David and crew. They bring him to their hideout underground, which is an old resort that sank into the ground thanks to an earthquake. And it's a cool-ass set. Like, it is so freaking cool to see. And, like, how everything was set up. It's awesome. He drinks blood out of a bottle, and he becomes a vampire. Or at least, at the time, we assume, because he goes to attack Sam, but is stopped by the dog, further proving dog is man's best friend. We then see Mike has a transparent reflection in the mirror. It's like, all right, different little bit of the mythos. Instead of having no reflection, it's just very transparent. Cool. Max, played by Edward Herman, is trying to get into Lucy's pants. And, hey, I get it. She's a good-looking lady. Sam and the Frog Brothers think he is the head vampire, but he fails all the tests. He likes garlic. Holy water does nothing, though we don't know it's actually holy water. Sam just spills water on him. It's like, okay, it's just water, among other things. So it's like, oh, he's not the head vampire. Must be David, but they don't know who David is. And then an hour into the film, we finally see an actual vampire. David and his crew vamp out, a term created by this movie, not Buffy the Vampire Slayer, like a lot of people think. And they just attack a group of punks. You know, we mostly see them getting dragged away, but we get quick glimpses of, like, the attacks of them, like, ripping flesh off their body, and it's like, cool. It's a cool visual. Later, while Mike and Star are having a very serious conversation, Sam is just hiding under a blanket, throwing out one-liners, and it honestly just absolutely ruins the moment. Back in the cave, Mike rescues Star and the kid, there's a random kid there, who's also a vampire, while Sam and the Frog Brothers, they find the others hanging upside down. All classic vampire-y like. They kill Marco and barely escape the others. There is an intense final battle with great special effects. Mike kills David, but he's not the head vampire because Mike is still a vamp. But who is it? That I will not spoil. Grandpa soon crashes into his own damn house, and it essentially drives a stake through our head vampire and ends the movie. It's like, you knew this whole time there were vampires here, and again, you let your family move in with you? That was fun. A little slow at times, and it took a little while for us to actually see a vampire, but it's a fun movie. Joel Schumacher does a fantastic job in only his 4th directorial piece, and gets a lot out of the main cast. Petrick, Wiest, Sutherland, Gertz are all great in their roles, with Sutherland really shining. He doesn't have a ton of lines, but his actions, his facial expressions, his body language, that is what tells the story. The special effects are pretty great overall. The makeup and the blood, very well done. There are some moments where it's very clearly up against some like early green screen effects, but everything in general makes up for it. While it can move a little slow at times, I feel the ending itself is a bit rushed. It's like they were trying to squeeze too much into the story in too short of time, and then they just decided to end it. Still though, the movie is a fun late 80s classic, and I can definitely see why it has the cult following that it has. I give The Lost Boys a B+. Thank you for watching Fatman Inc Horror. Leave a like if you enjoyed and a comment to discuss your thoughts. Make sure to subscribe to see more reviews of horror movies new and old. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.